You know, when we initially sat down and started thinking about doing something with GiFTgive and what it could mean to our organization and the power it would create, I think the thing that excited us was the opportunity to have direct impact and truly get donors who wanted to have direct impact engaged in the mission, potentially in a way they've never been engaged before. And that's what started us down this path of where we're at today. And you know, what we believe is that people do want to be generous, and any way that we can help them to fulfill that generosity that they feel inside of them, that is a step forward. And we believe GiFTgive, by giving people an opportunity to give directly, is an opportunity for us to do that. You know, part of what got us involved with GiFTgive overall was a challenge we face of that we serve almost 1,000 people every day. And the needs of those people are only increasing, and our desire to better serve them is only increasing. That creates a funding challenge for us in different ways. And so what we saw with GiFTgive was some of our ongoing operating costs, and actually some of the things that we could do to better improve our services could be better served by truly donors giving directly to that. Let me give you a very simple example. We buy diapers. If we could engage a donor who loved kids to buy diapers that was more attractive to them than just give us financially, we saw that as an opportunity to change the way we receive money from donors and truthfully be able to better impact the ministry we do each every day. That's what got us excited. It was another avenue to engage donors who might not get traditionally engaged by just giving cash. You know, the ability today to engage donors in a ministry is continually evolving and changing. We have donors who clearly want to give to us from a cash standpoint. We use direct mail as a means for us. We have people who come down and serve. But one of the things that we're continuing to do is when we look at different generations and different people and how they give, that we see kind of across this spectrum, people who some will just rally quickly to a very specific need. You need to buy something. That excites them. And so what we saw with GiFTgive was an area that we were not currently, for lack of a better words, as a channel, reaching into to grab donors who had a heart for what we did, but doing it in a way that gave them the opportunity to give in the way they wanted to give. And so we saw through GiFTgive the real chance to say, you know what, my heart was touched. I really want to make a difference to end homelessness in Atlanta in our case. And to do that, we see that if we bought this, it would make a difference. The other thing that we believe does take place is that when you tend to buy something that you give, I'll use a simple example. If you bought food to help us, you tend to take that out of your normal spending, not so much take it out of your giving. And so the ability to truly help people even be more generous by being able to use other pockets, quote, where they might keep their money, by being able to buy specific things, we also saw as a way to help donors become even more generous. You know, when we look at the broad range of donors we have, one of the things we see is that the face of a donor and the actions of a donor, in particular the young donors, are really changing going forward. You know, one of the gifts that I get to do as part of my job is to really interface and interact with all age of donors and truly all age of people who come to volunteer at the mission. What I love about the younger generation is that they are incredibly passionate about causes that have caught their heart. But they won't respond in a traditional way that someone who is in their 40s or 50s might respond. And what we saw with GiFTgive is they want to take immediate action, they want to know it has impact, and they want to, in some times really, just be able to almost put their hands on what they've given. And so what we saw with the opportunity of GiFTgive was for that younger generation who is so passionate, quickly wants to respond, that it would give them an opportunity to be able to effectively use this tool to really take what they feel inside of them to make an impact. So when they've been with us, let's just say, or they've served with us, or they've been down doing a Bible study with us, and they saw a critical need that maybe we had in one of our centers, but they wanted to go fix that need right then, they could quickly go online, look at it, purchase the item they just saw. It might be books we need that would help our men or women be able to study more. It might be food because they said, you know what, I just see how close it is for food here. It could be supplies. It could be really anything we would do, but because they were engaged in the ministry and they had a passion for it, for them they want to respond quickly. They want to do it right then. And truthfully, what you would see with many of them, they would sacrifice whatever they had in their pockets to get it done if they had a chance to do it right then. And we are hopeful and believe that GiFTgive is going to give us that opportunity to capture those hearts. You know, the challenge you always face when you're engaging with donors is how do you best tell the story? How do you really give them an opportunity to get engaged? What we see with GiFTgive, really through the merchandising tools and the ability to tell the story along with the need, is that it engages a donor in something that they would have the opportunity to purchase or do versus just seeing a piece of paper or a list. You know, we all know that part of what happens today, in particular with the internet, that if we just read things and didn't have pictures or didn't have the stories, I know I would sure as heck buy a lot less. We believe that's exactly true with a donor. When you think of the people we serve and you see a need, and it's really merchandised in a manner that's attractive to you or that catches your attention or that you can really see, we believe for donors that call to action versus just wording or just a list will make people move. Again, it's even though I might not have my hands on it, it's tangible. I think the other thing we see with the merchandising is that what GiFTgive does is use a practice that we all do. You know, we're going to go through every holiday season, every time, seeing people buying more and more across the internet. So it really is taking advantage of what we've all become really comfortable in buying and doing in a whole new way in regards to serving our ministry. You know, in running a ministry, in particular a ministry of our size, one of the challenges I face every day is what do we do to continuously improve, to reduce our operating costs and create efficiency, and really, quite honestly, best leverage the resources we have to serve the people we've been called to serve. One of the opportunities I saw early on with GiFTgive was it truly got us out of the handling, moving, distribution piece of items that we would use on a normal day-to-day business. And so what we saw from this was that truthfully, yes, we had to do the front work to get the stuff up and to be able to do that. But then ongoing, what would really happen is we're no longer in kind of the logistics business. I don't need a warehouse to put stuff in to move it. I don't need those kind of things that would truthfully occupy people's time today that would not be related directly to the service we provide. And so what we believe and we hope we'll see as we go do this is that honestly what will happen is the efficiency will improve our ability to better serve our end client. Because honestly, anything we can do to reduce those things that I would call not adding directly to our endpoint services allow us to free up resources. So I'm hopeful that not only will we get the materials we need, but we'll find efficiencies in our normal operations that we didn't expect by being able to leverage the distribution channel of having materials show up in our places. You know, one of the things we believe, and one of the reasons we got involved in this, and one of the reasons we're really excited about it, to tell you the truth, is that we continually see and believe the landscape of how we do ministry and how we need to do ministry is going to continue to evolve and change. And so one of the things that we saw in GiFTgive was this different channel, but also a different way to connect with donors and honestly give donors different ways to be able to impact and engage with us. You know, the days of a donor just impacting in one way, truthfully, because if we look at the landscape of donors, those donors are behaving very differently. We also believe if we can capture, in particular, younger donors or donors in different ways, that is a donor pool that we don't have today. And maybe you're really attracted to go to GiFTgive because you're comfortable with it and it's a different way to truly be able to engage with our ministry. But as you begin to learn more about our ministry, we also believe that gives us an opportunity to talk to you in other channels and really allow people to, for lack of a better word, become broadly impactful in regards to donations, not just in one channel. You know, we have a direct mail campaign that we've used for years, which allows people to move up. The thing that I'm excited about with GiFTgive is I think you'll feel more directly connected. And truly, even the power in that is people believe they make a difference. So if I look down to the future, my belief is we're going to capture younger people who are going to really believe in what we're doing. They're going to continue to trade up. I also think across the whole spectrum of donors, donors want to make sure you're being as good a stewards as you can possibly be with every dollar you spend. They feel really comfortable if they're buying something that they know you need based upon who you serve. And so we think for donors who maybe are more apprehension, that gives them an opportunity to engage as well. So we think when we look at the future, that you've got to find ways to meet a donor in the way that will engage them in your ministry that they're most comfortable with. That's the other thing that I love about the technology. As technology becomes more and more prevalent, as it is in all of our lives, you can't ignore in the area of people giving, not that technology being the same. And so we believe GiFTgive is going to help us be on the beginning and the leading edge of what we think is going to be a change in the way people give long term.